decision making. Decision making is a very important step in almost every situation, be it personal or professional. It is basically analysis of a problem until a situation is developed or until a solution is reached. Wherever there is decision making involved, you are actually finding solution to an existing problem. So, it also means choosing the best alternative. Many a times when we need to choose from different alternatives, we are actually making a decision. So, it is choosing the best alternative. Then there are the decisions can be of several types depending on the situation. So, we can categorize types of decision into 3 categories. One is your whether decisions. Whether is basically a type of situation. Then is your which decision. And finally, contingent decision. Whether decisions are those which include decisions like whether it's a yes or a no. These are a very clear cut decisions, or either and or. So, these two types of questions where are answered, they are your whether decisions. Which decision means selecting the best one from available resources. And contingent are set aside for a condition, means only when a particular condition would be fulfilled, then only this decision would be taken. So, decisions are broadly of yes no type, selecting the best alternative and based on a contingency. Now, there are several approaches in which an individual or a group comes to a final decision. So, decision making approaches, these are again categorized into 3, which is individual approach, authoritarian approach, and group approach. In your individual approach, it is based on personal values. Then your authoritarian, where the decision relies on the leader of the group. And group, this means sharing and discussing ideas. So, these are 3 approaches in which one can take a decision. Either the decision can be taken individually based on personal values, or the decision based on the view of the leader, and thirdly through a group or through sharing of ideas. Then there are certain steps involved in the decision making process which needs to be followed in a sequential order. So, decision making steps include defining the problem, then developing alternatives, evaluate alternatives, make final decision, implement solution, and finally monitor solution. These are the sequential steps involved in a decision making process. Now, there are certain approaches to effective decision making, which are inactive approach, reactive approach, proactive approach, and lastly interactive approach. Now, the inactive approach is one in which choice is to let the problem resolve itself. Means no active action is being taken to solve the problem and to take a decision. Means the problem is left to itself to be resolved. Under the reactive, where one opts for a course of action by reacting unaware to the perceived situation. Proactive approach is deciding on a course of action by analyzing problem situation. And lastly, interactive is actually experimenting with tentative solution. Means the solution which appears to be tentatively apt, you are actually cross checking it whether it is a good solution or not. So, these are four broad approaches in which decision making can be done. Then there is, this is under where there is some certainty that your decision would prove to be correct. So, then only you can experiment with the solution. What if decision making is done under uncertainty? So, this is one case wherein decision making has to be done under uncertainty. Means you do not know what would be the situations in future, and then also you need to take a decision. So, this means choose alternatives that brings most favorable output. So, in this we need to use some mathematical techniques to arrive at a fruitful decision, and the technique is known as linear programming. This particular technique is used for decision making in the situations of uncertainty. Another crucial concept is of a decision tree, wherein a proper structure of decision making is understood. Then under this decision tree, the situation goes something like, suppose this is a problem. For this there are two chances of uncertainty which are A and B. Then there can be outcome 1, there can be another outcome passing through this uncertainty, outcome 2, outcome 3, means it is basically following the structure of a tree wherein there are several branches in which a particular situation can be handled. So, then this can again outcome 4, outcome 5, this goes in the form of a decision tree wherein the circle represents uncertainty and this is showing a final decision. So, in this the decision follows a proper structure. Then there is another concept known as group decision, which is again very much understandable, in which the decision is taken by a group in consensus, means they finally reach a solution on which every group member is agreeing. So, the features of a group decision are, it is inclusive, means everybody's opinion is there, there is effective participation from all, and everyone is highly cooperative in reaching at the final decision. Then for group decision making, there are several effective techniques that can be adopted. So, group decision techniques, one of the very important technique is known as brainstorming. Another one is nominal groups. Then dialectal groups, wherein you divide the group into again subgroups, wherein one subgroup deals with pros for a particular situation and other deal with the cons. And last is your Delphi technique. Now, out of these techniques, brainstorming being the most important one would be studied in detail. Under this technique, there are certain rules that are to be followed, wherein people are allowed to be creative and think whatever they want and then give their valuable inputs. So, there are certain rules so as to ensure effective brainstorming. One, there should be no criticism, means everyone should just share their valuable inputs and should not try to criticize the other. Secondly, welcome unusual ideas, because then only you will come up with something creative and effective. Third, combine and improve ideas. You do not need to rely on the decision of one particular person, but you need to make a combination and improve on the decision. So, the concept of brainstorming can be shown as surrounded by several aspects, which are, it can be in the form of an idea, it can be in the form of a belief, it can be a research, some kind of sketch, or anything that is creative. So, all in all, brainstorming is getting everything in the brain out for some useful purpose. So, there is, apart from these important aspects, there are some steps that needs to be followed for effective brainstorming. One is, you need to gather the participants whose inputs can be beneficial. So, one is gather participants. Second, write down the problem, because writing down makes it very much clear that on which aspect solutions are wanted. Third, use focused ideas, because then only it would avoid unnecessary talks and bring you closer to the solution. Then do not evaluate in mid, means evaluation should be done at the end and not at the mid phase of brainstorming. Leader should keep it on subject, means it is the responsibility of the leader to ensure that the discussion is going on the subject and the persons are not deviating from the main objective. And lastly, evaluate the list and make final decision. So, this is how brainstorming is done.